I legit thought you hit the soundboard, Jeff.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did. This is just the music video audio.
Okay.
Ay. And I'm right back in the A. Smooth, I ain't leave him no trace. Rest on me. Rest on me, fresh out the chase. You got it off the display.
What up,
I got
Vinny?
it from the wrong way. I got it.
I got it.
Fuck it, I go out the blank. Don't do this shit for the fame. Stacking these Benjamin Franks. You rich that don't give you no rank.
Good morning.
They put on my back in that A.
Happy Ramble Saturday. How good does that feel to say? I'm like coming in, Royal. Coming in crispy.
I got his hoe on the scroll. Bitches like Marilyn Monroe.
Bro?
Can't beat me, I'm standing 10 toes.
Get my coffee.
Get my dose back in a row.
I sound crispy?
Yeah, much better.
I've been getting back in that mode. I'm back in it. Baby got a drip like.
Come on, chat. Not enough test tubes for a debut on Thursday. I'm gonna need you guys to make up for it today. It's the only way. Wake and rake, baby. What up, dudes? Really do. Kyle, Lonnie, Vinny, Branson. What up? Xander, thank you for the sub, man. Crutch with the sub. Appreciate you guys. 28 months from Crutch, man. Let's go.
Rest on me.
Rest on me?
Rest on me, fresh out the chase.
Up Big Maddie.
You got it off the display. I got it from the
Come on,
wrong
we
way.
need chat turning up.
I got it.
Saturday?
Fuck it, I go out the blank.
No,
Don't
it's
do
not
this shit for the
Saturday.
fame.
CBB.
Stacking these
Come on,
Benjamin Franks. You rich that don't give you no rank. You thinking it's that, but it
Ian
ain't.
with the sub.
They
W.
put on
Hello,
my back
hype
in that
train.
A.
Let's go. Ian with the sub.
Hell yeah.
Let's go,
14
man.
months, bro.
Land at the port, I'm back.
14
85
months.
cents to the flat.
Appreciate all you guys, man.
Take that
14
bit.
months, 19 months, 28 months. All the fucking OG subbing
I
on.
put the drip on the map.
We love
On
that.
all of the plats. When I got me,
It's gonna be a big day, guys. Talking a lot of football.
8 months. Cowboy over wins is immortal. DC is.
Wow.
Alright. I'm a little involved.
I'm in the town, don't need no
Crush
Crutch
with
with
the
5. Let's go, man.
Hey.
Lane within the sub. No, I gotta get involved in the action,
And I'm right
boys.
back
I
in
gotta
the
start
A.
gifting some
Smooth,
subs.
I ain't leave 'em no trace.
Hold on.
Rest on me.
Let me drop a whale.
Rest on me,
Let me
fresh out
drop
the
a
chest.
whale.
You got it
Come
on
on,
the
next
display.
week. Come on, next
I got it from the wrong way.
Let me drop a whale
I
real
got it.
quick. Hold on.
Fuck it, I go out the blank. Don't do
me
this shit for
splash
the fame.
5 in the chat.
Stacking these Benjamin Franks.
Dude, Jeff, isn't
You
it
rich
a
that
little
don't give you
weird
no
that they
rank.
scheduled the
You thinking it's
Cowboys?
that, but it ain't. They put on my back
What do you
in
mean?
the A. Pulling up
Oh, I got
way.
subbed again. Let's go.
You always be getting the pity subs from me, bro. What is that? I hate that.
Royals getting free subs.
You can't shoot. Oh, you probably can.
Jeff,
but
you
fuck
ain't
it.
buying one either.
You ain't buy. Yeah, when's the last time Jeff gave out a damn fucking sub?
Bro,
man?
I use my Twitch Prime subs.
Okay, that's fair.
Mm.
We take that. Those are your mom's fucking Twitch Prime subs. We know that. Steak, what is going on, man? How are we? How are we? How
Happy
are
to
we?
be back. Very happy to be back.
Good to be back.
Right, the
Playing
guide
your
to cooking a
soundbite.
perfect steak. Hot pan. The secret here is to make sure
You
that
like it.
literally sear the steak.
You like it? Come on.
That's,
it's
that's an understatement, dude. I love it.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, Jeff. Nice to see you here too. Royals in the background. There we go. What's going on, fellas? How are you?
Hey,
How are
Royal
we?
with the extra long straw.
Dude, it's so long. This cup is huge, to be fair, but
what
yeah.
the fuck is that?
It's a crazy drinking
Like
apparatus.
Nah, I low-key have the same one, but my cup is mad small.
I think
We all
mine's
got-
still bigger.
We all got straws. Steak, you got a straw?
Nah, dude.
You
I'm
don't
like,
seem like a straw guy.
I don't fuck with straws.
Shit.
Chill, Walker.
I could have put my life on the fact that a steak wasn't a straw guy, dude.
I saw a real straw and almost freaked the fuck out.
Steak's too masculine to sip from a straw.
Royals not subbed is crazy. Yeah, tell me about
It's
it, bro.
not.
Jeff
it's
getting
not
the lab
crazy.
CBB sooner than you think.
Bro,
Hey,
I'm
man.
in the finance lab right now, bro. I'm
Scamble.
studying my ass off right now. So.
Bro, how's no one said scamble before? That's so funny. Scamble? That's awesome.
That is.
Yeah, that is
Where
good.
is that?
Who DJ Donnie.
Oh, yes.
Oh, 100%. I don't give a fuck.
DJ would be disappointed in the Starbucks. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember him harping on that.
Oh,
He's-
man. Oscar with a 5.
Oscar with a
Appreciate
5.
you,
Appreciate you, Oscar. Thank you, man. Hope your summer was good. I know
Love
we
you,
were chatting quite a bit. All right.
Oscar was the one that won my home run giveaway, too.
Oh,
W
really?
Oscar. Yeah.
Well, good things come to good people, right? So today, I mean, we have a loaded loaded topics. I mean, we got NFL futures, first stream of the year in terms of actually talking some bets. So Total Boy, Caleb Williams, DGen 2.0, and CBB Boy are giving you the NFL futures. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Dude,
guys.
Better cast.
I'm just glad Teaser Boy is no longer a thing, bro. We outgrew Teaser Boy.
Oh my
Trust
god.
me, we can make
Might
it a
have to
thing.
bring
bro.
back the week 1 teaser, Jeff.
I mean, maybe I will.
The
I don't know.
iconic week 1 teaser.
I
You
should.
have to do one, dude. You gotta do one.
And I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna tease through 0 so everyone gets pissed again.
Yeah,
And
do
the
like
funniest
plus half.
thing, the
They're like-
funniest
I
thing
went-
is
I
it
went
was-
from, like-
it was
I went
so
from, like-
free. It was
Yeah, I
so-
went from like Falcons -3 to +3, and people were like, "Bro, you're an idiot." I'm like, bro, what do you mean?
No, I think Jeff, didn't you have it like Falcons plus a half? I
Yeah,
thought
but
you-
no.
he teased through 0.
I teased
Okay.
through 0. I think. Let me try and find
They
it.
were like
I'm
minus
sure I can
3
find it.
They were playing the Steelers, right? Is that the game?
I don't know. I have no fucking
2 years
clue.
ago.
I'm gonna find this shit. This was a while ago. Teaser.
Hey man,
Here it is.
Rich
Here it is.
Falcons.
6-point teaser. The Lions plus 10.5. Oh, this is why it was bad. Falcons plus 2.5.
yeah, that's
teased
what,
through
I didn't
0.
even get- I
Didn't
didn't
even
even
get
get
a
the plus
key number.
3.
that's
I
what I'm
didn't even
saying.
get the +3.
Yeah.
But I remember the Falcons won by like 20 or something.
Right. It was both sides were completely free.
Yeah, I
but
should have just
you were getting
just parlayed them.
destroyed in the comments before.
58 likes.
Um,
I don't play.
um,
24 comments, 58
That was a
likes.
Desmond Ritter year.
Ratio.
That's what it was.
Pretty easy to find that post. Just type football and Rosa. It's the only one that comes up.
Teasers as PODs, we got to be better,
Good
man.
more.
Jeff, babe, why did you tease over 0? Rule number 1 of teasers.
It low key is. That's a funny thing, but it just got
Teasing
so
Falcons
blown out of
plus
proportion.
2.5 on a -120 teaser is bad enough for an unfollow.
These
Bro,
are all
literally
valid.
every comment is just like just saying, yeah, whatever. That was a bad. Yeah, I get it. Like, yeah, all the plus EV guys are gonna get fucking pissed. I could really care less.
Well, I think Royal might be slowly transforming into a plus EV guy in front of our own eyes.
Nah,
Not gonna lie.
I don't got all the tools for that shit.
Well, we got close to 100 people in here. Appreciate everyone waking up early. Steak, thanks for joining. Where are you guys at with the board review in terms of getting through the whole NFL? Have you made it through every team? Where are you?
I want to say we have one division left. We've gotten there. It's like, you know how it goes. It's like we talk about absolutely fucking nothing for an hour and 10 minutes, and then we do 50 minutes of talking about football.
Right.
But we've done okay, honestly. I think we have one division left, and then college football, it's like Notre Dame, Boise State, and that's it.
Yeah.
Is this that big of a deal? Is
Well,
it that crazy?
Put it
I
back
say
on
every
screen.
time you take a drink, you should turn off your cam.
No, you should just drink, but like don't show the cup in the camera. Just show the straw.
The straw.
That's
Yeah,
what's been
it
happening.
looks like it's coming from like all the way in your family room, bro. Like,
Hey, I only got a studio, bro. We ain't got no family room over here.
I can see his bed and I can see his living room.
Kitchen's over there.
kitchen's next to the bed. Yeah.
Nah, I did a micro studio. Come on now.
Well, W, man, I think we got a great group up here to talk some futures. We'll go alphabetical order and kind of just break down what we think the team is all about, and we'll talk about some props. But we need everyone in chat to be involved. I want to hear like what you guys think too. If you guys have any props locked in, or if you guys have any you're looking at, or if you think this team's good, bad, whatever, you think we were idiots, I want to hear it from you guys. So we start with a pretty interesting team that I know someone has a pretty sizable wager up here on, and that's the Arizona Cardinals. I can't lie to you, Royal. The more and more I look into this team, especially on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, goddamn. I know they have a lot of first-year guys, but if we're talking about the first three rounds, first three rounds of the draft, so you could argue that the Cardinals were top 5 in terms of what they came away with. I mean, you get guys that fell, I think, a little too far, and Will Johnson and Jordan Burke. I like Jordan Burke, like he's a beast. He's a monster. I mean, both those guys that they got on the edge and the defensive tackle in the first round, Walter Nolan, both these guys are like 6'4", 300 pounds. Not to mention Will Johnson, who we know is just injury problems has caused him to fall to the second. But Jesus, man, you got the guys, and I know you know my Eagle and Josh Sweat joining the team too. So that defense bulked up, and pretty much had to. The offense was pretty decent last year. It was just the defense lost some games, and that's what they focused on this offseason. But I want to hear what kind of you saw. I know Steak likes it. I know you guys talk too. So want to hear what the chat thinks and you too. So
Yeah. Hold on, I'm lagging on mine, but is my audio good?
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me exit out of this. No, Steak was actually the first person I like messaged, him and Crutch, actually, just because I wanted to like bounce some ideas off people. Just because the more I looked into it and thought about it, I was like, am I crazy? Like, I kind of think they could be that team that like just takes everyone by surprise, because there's always one every year. But yeah, I have 2 units over their wins at 8.5. Got CLV on that W. Playoffs plus 130. I sprinkled the division at plus 450. I added yesterday small sprinkle on Kyler MVP. I don't think that's going to happen, obviously, but at plus 5,000, if it's a quarterback on a 10-11 win team that I'm expecting, he's going to be in the conversation. And then I added Gannon Coach of the Year as well. So I'm kind of like all in. I think it's all or nothing with this team. They're going to be mid or 10-11 wins in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if that happens again, if they win the division, Gannon's probably going to win Coach of the Year with that, switch from the past 2 years. But yeah, you kind of nailed it. The big thing for me, and you guys remember last year. Wow, Coochie's back.
Gucci,
My brother.
let's go, man.
Everyone loved the Cardinals last year, not to like be good or like make the playoffs, but to go over their win total, 7.5.
Yep.
They went over by 1. They squeaked over. They started out hot. They phased out real quick, but like their offense was very exciting. They were 12th in overall scoring. They were actually really good on third down too, which is huge. And they had a top 2 run game. Like, what's not to like there? And their offensive line only got better. They added
I'll tell you why. People don't like James Conner for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't like
This
that
is
guy.
true.
I think they just don't believe in him is what it is. I mean, and let's be real. That year was crazy last year. I'm not even expecting that. Like, I think he's going to be good at what he does, which is short yardage and goal line. But I really like Trey Benson too, but we'll get into that. But their offensive line only got better. Do you guys remember Jonah Williams? He was 11th pick from Bama like 3 or 4 years ago. Played on the Bengals for a while. Like, very, very solid offensive tackle. So they have 2 borderline elite guys, Paris Johnson and Froholt. Yep. They're borderline elite in their position. Then the interior guys are just the definition of solid. And you add Jonah Williams, who's above average tackle. Like, you're talking about almost a top 5 offensive line here. And what does that make easier? Literally everything. The run game. I mean, that gives a QB like Kyler needs a good offensive line because he's obviously not the best at reads. He's just, an explosive playmaker and makes some crazy shit happen. So he needs a lot of time. I'm expecting Marvin to pop off. We got Trey McBride. You got Connor. You got Trey Benson. Like, we have weapons. So to me, they have everything to make a run. Not that they're a Super Bowl favorite by any means, but there's really no glaring holes in this roster. I mean, sure, they could use some better, playmakers, but there's no glaring holes, man. And that's what made me excited. And it's like, yeah, that's fair. I mean, people can say Kyler sucks. Like, I'll be honest, he is like a red flag in people's eyes. And I'm not even going to defend it. But that makes me like this read so much more, is that nobody really likes or believes in the starting quarterback to actually lead them to win anything. And I think he can. I've liked him for some reason his whole career back to college. I just liked him ever since. And I really think he can. So that was kind of the summed up version. I don't want to yap for too long, but feel free to ask questions, but yeah.
I just want to chip in. Like, I'll be quick because I don't really know football like that. Like, for me, like, I think what you said about James Conner is perfectly accurate. Like, he's just not flashy at all.
Yeah.
Efficient. And to me, like, for me, it's like, is Marvin Harrison going to take a bigger leap and be like the player we thought he was going to be his rookie year? I think he's kind of their X factor. You know what you're going to get from McBride. Like you said, that offensive line is nasty. And James Conner as I guess you could say he's just underrated because people don't really like. He's just not flashy. Like, you know what I mean? He's like one of those players that no one really talks about, but he just gets the job done. Yep. I think you know what you're going to get out of them too. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be the biggest X factor offensively. Obviously, outside of Kyler Murray, you need good quarterback play. But I think last year everyone thought Marvin was going to be like coming to the league and be like a Jetta's first year or a Jamar Chase first year, and he just wasn't.
Yeah.
So granted, I'm pretty sure he had a couple injuries, but I think if they want to be like a 9-10 win team, 11 win team, it comes down to how he plays. Which, I mean, we all know he has the talent to do so. So
yeah, and the thing too is he didn't even it wasn't even like a bad year. Like, he had 116 targets, which is really good. He had 885 yards and I think 9 touchdowns. Let me just double check. 8 touchdowns. Like, that's not bad at all. It's
Yeah.
just a letdown for his expectations and like how dominant he was in college, and obviously his name, right? I mean,
How many
Marvin
targets did he
Harrison was
have?
116.
So
Like,
like if
they
you
just
said
didn't really connect.
preseason though, like he had 116 targets, you're like, okay, he has 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
Easy.
he only had 62 catches, which
That's the thing. Yeah.
not good. Yeah, so
Mm,
So
yeah,
it's
little
also
bit
a
of
product of Kyler Murray.
a
though.
little bit self-inflicted, I will say, but yes.
definitely, yeah.
But
But like I
Steak-
said, their line only got better. Like they're gonna have more time to do deep concepts and get him open.
I want to hear what Steak has to say because we said a lot of football analytics, kind of like football reasonings.
Yeah.
For, like what we set up for. Like, are you thinking the same thing, Steak? Do you resonate with what we said? And also, I think you're good with when it comes to public perception. So, do you agree with the public perception of what we said too?
Well, I think it's hilarious. Everything Royal said. People act like the Cardinals went 5-12 last year.
Right.
Like they were dog shit. They were 8-9 with the 27th ranked defense in the NFL overall. The Cardinals had the 27th ranked defense. They were 8-9. I got to be
Horrendous.
honest, dude. I don't think that's on Kyler, and I don't think Kyler's as bad as everybody thinks. Not that I don't think he's a superstar. I don't think he's top 5, top 10, but I don't think he's as bad as everyone thinks. And I agree with what Jeff said about Marvin Harrison. He has to take a leap. My only concern about the Cardinals is the 3 receivers they have with Marvin Harrison. It's Zay Jones, Michael Wilson, and Greg Dortch. That's kind of a rough 2 through 4, to be honest. But, bro, the defense got so much better.
That was their
Crazy.
issue last year. Like
Dude,
we
Will
say all this
Johnson.
about the playmakers, but guess what? They still perform.
Will
Like,
Johnson's the steal of the draft, Steak.
and that's
Steal
my
of the
thing too.
fucking Draft, dude. He was going to go top 10, and then this injury rumor started. It was crazy. But
That was their biggest hole too.
Even like Campbell, Sweat, like they got guys that are veteran too. Like it's not just they're bringing in a bunch of young talent. It's they got proven guys too.
You want to hear something about? You want to hear what like really did it for me? Josh Sweat, right? Just won a chip in Philly. He's been on Philly for a while. All he knows is winning. He could have stayed there, right? He could have. I'm sure they probably weren't going to give him a big deal. They had Nolan Smith and I forget the other edge rusher, but like my point is he left the Super Bowl team. Not that it was like bad blood or anything, but like he chose to play with Coach Gannon again. He already played with him. He chose to play and sign with him again.
That's the only
tells
thing
me
I'll disagree with.
Gannon's a good choice.
That's the only thing I'll disagree with because if you know Howie Roseman, he filters out the old players that are right before when they exit their prime. Like you see with
but
C.J.
he
Gardner-Johnson,
could've signed
Darius Slay. The Eagles' defensive line is loaded, so getting rid of Josh Sweat is a strategic move. I don't think it was what you're saying, but I agree with everything else. 100%.
Point is, all right, how about this? He could have signed anywhere and chose to play with Gannon again. That tells me a premier pass
I don't
rusher.
think it had anything to do with the Eagles, though.
No, I'm not saying like they left on bad terms. Like if he really wanted to take a pay cut and stay, I'm sure that would have happened. You
I don't
could never
even
have
know,
enough
yeah.
pass rushers.
Eagles had to get rid of a few of those guys. They were-
Right. I'm saying though, if he really wanted to stay and be like on a Super Bowl caliber team, he could have taken a pay cut but he left a championship organization, not on bad terms, just to get the money he's worth and play for Coach Gannon again.
Yeah.
That was the point I'm trying to make. He could have played anywhere probably. I'm sure a lot of teams would have loved to sign Josh Sweat, and that's where he chose to go. And the big thing too that I think is going to be huge is Calais Campbell. The guy's like 38. If you guys know him, he's one of the best defensive linemen like 10 years ago. But like his leadership is going to be a huge factor on all these guys coming in, all these young guys. And I can't remember who even said it. It was either last year or the year before, but someone said Calais Campbell was the biggest influence and mentor they've had in forever. So I think they have the perfect mix of like veteran leadership with a lot of like upside rookies.
I've never seen a defense, in my opinion, that could go from 27th to top 10 quite like this defense. Like, I think this defense is an insane leap. I like it more than the offense. Like, I want to actually clarify. My reasons for liking the Cardinals are way more on the improvements they made on the defensive side of the ball than they are the offense. But I do agree with what Royal said. The offensive line is 100% improved.
Yep. Lot to like. And I still think the public perception, like we're saying, is the Cardinals aren't ever going to be that serious. I don't know if their ceiling is 11 wins. I could definitely see them get into 10. But getting 8.5
back in their schedule is brutal. That's the only thing that scares me.
Think about the fantasy guys. People don't like Kyler. People do not
hate
respect
James
James
Conner. Yeah.
Most underrated running back in the NFL. People aren't excited about Marvin Harrison, and Trey McBride was a joke who couldn't catch a touchdown last year. That's their guy.
Well, why do people undervalue a running back that can stay healthy and who's efficient as fuck in the red zone and just an all-around decent back? I don't get it.
I don't know.
But he's like a better version of – he's like Kenneth Walker if he could stay healthy. pretty much. That's how I view him, at least.
He's just an awesome story too. Like the guy's a cancer survivor. Like I don't know how you can hate this guy.
I don't know how he doesn't get talked about more, but we'll move on. That's a lot of Arizona Cardinals talk. I think you have a spot on read though, Royal, with everything.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, it's my most passionate read, so we got to move on before I start yapping even more. Yeah, Trey Benson too. They picked him. He's a year 2 guy. They picked him in the 2nd round last year. He's nasty at Florida State. He's a 4.3 running back.
Florida State, right?
Yeah, he's nasty. But that, to me, that only helps him. But
10 plus wins I'm seeing is plus 135 for the Cardinals. Interesting.
Is that not crazy? Who would like if you asked somebody like,
wow,
you think the Cardinals are winning 10 wins? Probably getting no most of the time.
You are 100%
plus 135.
And like the odds don't reflect the narrative. And plus, Kyler just threw that pick too, and then we saw it was a no look. Like I want Kyler coming out of camp and people
especially with that division too.
Yeah, look how the Seahawks are doing in preseason.
No.
I mean, their lines are just like Cooper Kupp's at like 7.
Their schedule looks easy. I think their schedule is actually the 5th easiest schedule. So you're spot on with that. Or 10th actually.
It starts out easy.
10th or 11th.
The back half is fucking brutal.
Right.
So that's the only thing I'm worried.
You will.
I think they're gonna start like 4-1 and 5-0. Like
every year you look at strength of schedule, like preseason to how it ends, it never lines up. So I always take it with a grain of salt.
Never look at it.
Exactly how I feel, dude.
All right. Atlanta Falcons. I kind of want Steak to preface this team. I do want to say, I feel like if we're talking about hype, Falcons had a lot more hype last year. And it feels like if I'm comparing a team to last year, it feels like the Steelers are the 2025 version of the 2024 Falcons. Do I think a lot of people are hyping up Penix a little bit too much? For sure. I don't think we've seen the floor of what Penix can be. I think we've seen a lot of highlights and a lot of good performances, rightfully so. He's trying to win a fucking job. Will that same motivation and energy be there this season? I hope so. I'm a Penix guy. I'm not someone who wants to invest personally though. So Steak, I think you are, if I remember correctly, you are a Falcons investor or want to be. So I'll let you have the floor.
I'm a Falcons investor, but it plays a little bit into me not liking the rest of the division. I want to make sure everyone's clear on that. It's not that I think the Falcons are going to go 13-4 and win the Super Bowl or anything like that. I think they're the best team in this division, and I'm not a Bucs hater. I honestly should be a Bucs fan. I literally live an hour from where they play, and I love Baker Mayfield. But I think
such a cool team.
They do have a cool team. In my opinion, I think Baker hit his ceiling last year. I think Mike Evans is a year older. Tristan Wirfs is banged up. Chris Godwin won't play till week 7. And the secondary is ass. I know Bucs fans are telling me they improved. The secondary is ass. Kirk Cousins on one leg threw for 500 yards against them twice last year. And I just think this Falcons team is a much more well-rounded team. I think Drake London has like top 5 wide receiver capability. I took Drake London 1,500 yards plus 600. I just feel like he could just go absolutely insane. I think Darnell Mooney took a leap. They got a top 5 offensive line, and they drafted 2 studs, Jalen Walker and James Pierce, in the draft. I think this is the best team in the division, so I took the plus money because I really do think that's good value.
You forgot Xavier Watts, too, from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He's going to be crazy. Yeah, Steak actually sold me, man. I was a little confused on that division as well, but I think this is the first year where there's not a ton of crazy hype out of Atlanta. Like the past 2 years, I think that was everyone's favorite future, right? You had Ritter the first year and then the signing of Kirk Cousins. Like the whole excuse last year was they needed a QB, and now it's I don't even know what it is now. They're just bad or something. But yeah, I think this is the first team they don't have insane hype, and they did lose some pieces, but like they also gained some pieces. And I do believe in Penix. I'm starting to agree with you, MJ. It's getting a little out of control, but yeah, I think he's gonna be better than Kirk Cousins. Not that he's a better QB than Kirk Cousins, but after that Achilles injury, I mean, he was awful last year, man. He could barely move. Oh my god, I forgot about him. Man. That's awesome. But yeah, I think he has that like Burrow attitude almost. Like he's not cocky, but he's like confident as fuck.
He's got swag. He's a cool young guy that people like to connect. That's the thing that concerns me. That's the only thing that concerns me.
I'm just saying, like, performance wise, like, yeah, he's cold as fuck. I agree. So to me, I know we say this every year, but like I really think he's the QB that can get Pitts going. I think they're gonna have like a different kind of role for him. Instead of just like, oh, this is the best tight end prospect we've ever seen, let's use him crazy. But like I think they're gonna like dumb it down for him. And the way Penix like plays, I think him and Pitts can have like a good connection. Yeah, here we go. Yep.
I'm gonna say I didn't dare say a word about Kyle Pitts.
I'm telling you, I feel like
the fact that you're still calling him a fucking prospect is insane.
I'm just so worried because you look at Penix, like, and people take these 3 games and like put him on this crazy pedestal, and like he threw for almost 800 yards. He went 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions against Carolina, Washington, and the Giants. Like towards the end of the season too, when we know football gets a little lackadaisical, for especially teams like Washington. So like, I don't know, man. I'm not bought in yet. I think this team could easily have a losing record and go below 500. And it's going to be a wait and see for me. Do I think the defense is going to be sick? Yeah. I think James Pierce Jr. is maybe defensive player of the year potential.
Go Vols, baby.
The dude's 6'5", and fun fact, he's the only guy in this draft class with a below 4.5 40. The dude is an absolute athletic freak. So 6'5" coming off the edge with that kind of speed. I mean, look out. This guy, I think James Pierce Jr. is going to be one of those guys that we talk about with all the other top pass rushers in the league very, very soon. So I will say.
Walker from Bama, right? Or Georgia?
Yep. He's going to be the Mike, right? He'll be the linebacker.
He's edge. They got Diablo and
he's an edge rusher too?
Yeah. Diablo, if you guys don't know him, Devon Diablo, he's a tackle machine. So, like, I actually love that pickup. He just got hurt last year, but him and Ellis are a very good duo. And they have arguably the best safety in the league, Jesse Bates. There's a conversation to be had there.
Too, man. Secondary is good too. I will say this. I like to keep myself honest. When I placed the bet, I thought there was no hype around Atlanta, but I will be honest. There is hype around Atlanta. It's not like people like
Think about the last
Penix,
Think about the last 2 years, though. I remember Fat Girls. If he's fucking in here,
Fat Girls and we went to war. We literally went to war.
Yeah.
Fuck Kirk Cousins, man.
I think to wrap it up, I agree with Stig. I think Tampa is like a tad bit overvalued, but like for good reason, right? They've been performing. They have big names. Everyone's bought in on Baker.
So
right. So like I think they're properly placed, but in my head they're a little like I just feel like it seems easy for them. Like no one really believes in Atlanta like they did the past 2 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my whole
Tampa Bay is like you just have Baker, who's obviously coming off like his best year of his career, and then you have Bucky coming in. They kept their entire offensive line that was like top 5 last year. And then you still have Mike Evans. I get it, he's getting older, but he just keeps getting 1,000 yards.
31
like,
though.
But
disrespected for sure.
You know?
Yeah, I know, but he's been in the league for a while.
I know. People are acting like he's like 40.
Yeah, and obviously Godwin's going to be coming off that injury, but I've heard Emeka Egbuka is like going insane in camps, and he's going to take Godwin's role at the beginning of the season. He was one of the best slot receivers in all of college football last year. So it's like their offense is going to be good. Obviously, that defense is ass, but if you're going against the Saints offense twice a year, it probably doesn't really matter. So.
I have a kind of hot take that I think I'll probably get shit for. I don't think Bucky Irving is like an every down, and I think Bucky Irving's going to look a little bit different when you try to make him the feature back. That's just I kind of feel that way.
I have similar thoughts, Steak. I feel like I don't know how to word it without like disrespecting, because I do think he's good, but like I don't think he's a consistent like 1,000-yard rusher, like kind of like Steak.
It's because he's small. He's just really small.
That's upset. I knew that one would upset the Jets.
It just felt like lightning in a bottle, you know. Like I don't know. If he does it again, sure. Like I'll take it back, but I want to see it again. I guess is my point.
He is overblown because of fantasy, I guess, but I still think he's. He just kind of has it. Like he's not like overly athletic, but like his football IQ and like his reads are just like he's very good.
All right,
let's move on.
Yeah, we can move on. Next team. Next team is the Ravens. It's a shame we don't have money plays on here for me to start bashing Lamar. So,
I mean, you can go to him when I leave.
I mean, we'll just go in order, man. It's not a big deal.
Well, I'm literally gonna be. I'm
honestly glad money's not up here for the Ravens. I mean, it's been probably gonna be brain rot.
We went through 2 teams in 30 minutes.
That's fine. That's fine. You got somewhere to go. We don't. So you're
gonna be here till 4 p.m. is what I'm saying.
We're not doing every team today, Jeff. Use your brain. Use your brain,
dude. I don't even have any futures now.
You will, but the Bengals are coming up, yeah, they are coming up. We got the Baltimore Ravens to talk about. One of my least favorite teams, just because of who quarterbacks that team. I want to hear what you guys say. You could say I'm biased, but I'm a big Lamar hater. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. I think the guy has had loaded rosters around him, and coming from a Philly guy, maybe I do have this
Oh yeah,
burn
bro.
mark.
Jalen Hurts is not fine, though.
No. Just hold the same precedent for Lamar that you hold for Jalen Hurts. If you don't win in the
Lamar
playoffs,
Jackson is insane. What are you talking? Lamar is literally
let me
one of one.
Let me finish.
right.
Do I think he's the most talented quarterback in an active NFL roster? Yeah, probably. In terms of athleticism, in terms of arm talent, running ability, he is probably the most talented quarterback in the NFL right now. But if we're talking about playoff history, I mean, who are we blaming at the end of the day? Are we blaming the rosters? Because that's what everyone blames in terms of the Eagles' success is their roster, right? So why don't we hold the same standard for Lamar and the Ravens when he's 3-5 in 8 seasons of football and he's had top 5 defenses in multiple seasons? So for me, I don't think Lamar is a winner in the playoffs. Could he prove me wrong this year? And they're a Super Bowl favorite this year for a reason? Maybe. And this is probably going to get chat moving. But for me, Lamar is a loser when it comes to the playoffs. And he's proven it year in and year out. And it's never Lamar's fault, no matter how many turnovers he has. Is he fantastic in the regular season? Was he probably having a historic year in the regular season last year? Yeah. And I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but maybe he just can't lead a team to a Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. So Lamar's Joel Embiid. That's not giving Lamar any credit because Lamar plays. That's actually being a Sixers guy. You can't even say that.
I said he was Aaron Judge the other day. I felt like that was a decent fucking.
That's a good take.
And what criticism do you guys have of Lamar? The one criticism that you can pull away from his game, for me, I think is his leadership. At the end of the day, I really do. When I see him have press conferences post losing, when things aren't going right. He's not the guy I'm going to war for. I'm sorry, I'm not. Maybe Jalen Hurts is the guy that I think is one of the best when it comes to shit like that. But for me, Lamar just doesn't have what I think it takes to win a Super Bowl.
No, that's fair. The way you started it made it seem like you just think he's ass.
No, and I have to preface it. I don't think Lamar Jackson is ass. He had one of the best seasons of a quarterback ever last year. Extremely efficient. He threw for 44 and 9 or some shit, and almost ran for 1,000 yards. But
bro, he had 4 interceptions to 40.
I don't care. The dude has 2 Super Bowl appearances, and Lamar's lost more games in the playoffs. He has 3 playoff wins in 8 seasons, and people glaze Lamar just because he has an MVP. Let's be fucking real. I'd rather have 2 Super Bowl appearances than 2 MVPs. That's just me.
But you're losing me on people are glazing him because he has an MVP. He should have won MVP last year. I love Josh Allen too, but Lamar had one of the best. Bro, he had 45.
Look who Allen beat, though. Just look who Allen beat, and that's why.
No, that's fair. What Lamar did was incredible. 45 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That alone is incredible. And everyone says Lamar can't throw, and each year he just improves and improves and improves. I mean,
just saying, if Lamar couldn't do it last year, then I don't know when he's going to do it.
Well, their roster wasn't great last year. That's why, dude, compared to years past,
who's he throwing the ball to, MJ?
That's what everybody says. That's the one thing.
Who's he throwing the ball to?
I mean, dude, obviously it's great, but we're acting that was their worst offensive line, and I don't know how long. It wasn't as good as people think.
And they also didn't have any receivers. Zay Flowers, okay. Who else?
I agree with this.
You got 2 really solid tight ends.
This is the best.
Yeah, but Likely was hurt.
Unbelievable.
You have arguably one of the best running backs.
They have. When you look at this team, bro,
it's insane.
And to answer MJ's question, this would be the year. If he doesn't do it this year, this would be the year. But I just want to say real quick, just to address the Lamar thing, he's fucking incredible. And I'm going to start by disagreeing with MJ, but I'm going to come back around to agreeing. But everyone said this fucking guy was a running back and he couldn't pass. And then he had 4,200 yards, 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 120 quarterback rating. That's fucking insane that Lamar Jackson can do that. I never, ever would have thought he could. Now, to the guy who said, it's Lamar's fault that Mark Andrews dropped the ball. Lamar Jackson has an 80 passer rating in the playoffs. He has 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Lamar Jackson is much, much worse in the playoffs. He always has been, and that's just the truth. That's kind of why, I'm out on the Ravens. how many years are you going to go 12-5, 13-4, win your division, be dominant, and then lose in the playoffs the same exact way every year? Like, I don't care if Mark Andrews dropped the ball. I don't care if fucking Zay Flowers fumbled the ball. Lamar Jackson is much worse in the playoffs than he is in the regular season every single year. It's always the same. So, like, yeah, Lamar Jackson's fucking incredible. I'm not here for the hate, but he needs to do something in the fucking playoffs, like, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you summed it up.
And mine's exaggerated, I think, because I don't think people hold the same standard for my quarterback. So that's why I'm passionate about it. But Royals, go ahead.
No, I just think Steak summed it up perfectly. Like, both can be true. Like, he can be an amazing quarterback. Granted, sure, the winning in the playoffs, like, stains it a little bit, kind of like Herbert, in my opinion. Like, that's the only thing people give him shit for. But, like, you got to win. If you're a QB, you got to win. And as much as I hate the Hurts top 5 talk, he does win. It's not because of him, but, like, he does win. So it's like, that's the difference between those two, not to get into that. I think Lamar does elevate that offense. I don't think Hurts elevates any offense. That's the difference in my mind. And the one thing I will say, I'm kind of the only reason why I do like the Ravens to finally do it is because I think everyone's kind of toying with that thought. Lamar's never going to do it. And that makes me want to. And when you look at this fucking defense, especially, they just added Malachi Starks, one of the best safety prospects in a long time. I mean, there's not a single hole in this defense. And I hate Jair Alexander, but, like, that's their third
He's
corner
on the Ravens now, bro.
That's their third corner.
It's a crazy.
I do believe that,
Ravens?
Kyle. Of course I do. How does Jalen Hurts elevate an offense? Please
So,
tell
so
me.
what is
Come
their
on, man.
secondary?
Please tell
Fucking
me.
Hamilton, Jair
Starks.
Alexander, and
Oh,
Starks.
it's disgusting. It's and Nate Wiggins too. He's a baller.
Nate Wiggins from
Bro, I didn't know they got Jair Alexander. Like, I'm a casual and I even know he's elite.
That's a
He's a
little
hell
great.
of a pickup for a defense that looks like that. That's for
Maybe
Yeah.
he used to be elite.
Used to be
Maybe
elite,
not
I'll give you
anymore, yeah.
Yeah, wild. All right. Well, do we want to move on?
Yeah, I'm down to move on. I'm leaning towards fading the Ravens in some way, like not winning the division. Like, I could see the Ravens being a little sluggish, 10-7, getting a wild card. That's kind of how I would play it.
I like that.
It's good, Chewy.
What do we got next? Oh,
I
go
think
ahead.
Jalen Hurts needs to, like, go to a different team for a year, prove everyone wrong, then go back to the team. Because then I'll shut my mouth. But again, that's not his fault, right?
Like,
It's
to me,
where he
no,
got
it's not
drafted.
his fault. It's like people, yeah.
With Tatum,
I also think, like, the Eagles could have Drake May instead of Jalen Hurts and be the same exact team.
I mean,
It's an
you guys
argument.
can. I'm fine with you guys hating on Hurts. It's whatever. We'll keep on
I
going.
mean,
to-
it
we'll
shouldn't
keep
matter
on
to you.
going
You
the
guys
playoffs.
win regardless.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone thinks. We'll keep winning. I don't really give a fuck what anyone else thinks.
And
of it.
that's why I
love him so much. That's why I love him so much. Everyone else hates him, doesn't think he's good. Well, he keeps beating your favorite quarterback, so suck on that. Where's the fucking cinematic boom?
Eagles do.
Where's the cinematic boom?
Hurts doesn't. Anyway,
Play the cinematic boom.
don't tell me the team
No,
I
no.
think is next to, by the way.
It's the Bills next.
All right, thank God. If we went straight from bashing Hurts to the Bears.
It's the Bears, yeah.
Oh, is the Bears the next team?
Be the
No,
perfect
no,
transition.
that's what I was
No.
saying. Thankfully not.
It's the Bills. It's the Bills.
Oh, That's a great next team.
Are
Yeah.
we hearing a lot of Keon Coleman talk? I'm just want to ask that to you guys. I don't know if we are or not. I feel like it's just a quarterback or wide receiver in year 2 that I thought
think-
would be getting more buzz than he really is, in my opinion. I don't hear too many mumblings of him, but that's the one guy I wanted to target. Didn't end up getting there, but what do you guys think?
Hold on, hang this in the liver. Not even Eagles fans. That's the main thing, though. All right, no more Hurts, though. I was going to say, I think a lot. I don't know if you've seen Hard Knocks, but he's kind of been a decent feature with, like, Allen, like, working with him so much and, like, guiding him. It almost makes Coleman, like, look bad in a way because he was a first-round pick, pretty big-time player in college, and it's like, for some reason, he just looks like a deer in the headlights, and he's playing probably the easiest position in the league, if we're being honest, wide receiver. So I think he just doesn't seem ready for whatever reason. But, like, his contested catchability is perfect for Allen. So once that gets going, I think it's going to be dangerous. But I just don't think we're there yet. For some reason, it's like it seems like he needs more time, but I don't know why.
I want to ask Steak the same question I asked you, Royal, which was when it comes to Buffalo wide receivers, why do you think in these years, like, these guys just don't really develop, it seems, in Buffalo, other than like a Stephon Diggs, who's just a, supreme talent and kind of a, an outlier, if you'd say, when it comes to the Buffalo wide receivers. But what do you think, Steak, in terms of that?
I don't think it's a Josh Allen thing. I think they're getting the wrong guys. And I think Keon Coleman is the wrong guy. And I think Royal's too nice to say it, but I'll say it. I think Keon Coleman's a fucking idiot. And that's why he's having – I'm just being honest. I think Keon Coleman's dumb as shit. Maybe that's why he's having some trouble understanding the NFL, which is obviously tougher. And I just – if you're a first-round wide receiver in this wide receiver room with fucking –
why aren't you putting up production?
100 yards.
And if you're not a superstar, like Gabe Davis put up better numbers than you, Josh Allen. Like this, he has to do something. Because I'm just looking at this Curtis Samuel, Tyrell.
That's all you had to say. That's legit all you had to say.
You know who that opens up? Mr. Kincaid, baby. Come on.
And is he good? Not to be like
that was awesome. No, he was. I didn't realize how injured he was last year. He had pretty much had 2 like torn knee ligaments. But the big thing with them is they still use Dawson Knox so fucking much that like he doesn't get as much as opportunity as you would think. They drafted a first-round tight end. You would think, all right, it's just Kincaid most of the time. Like it's almost a 50-50 split for some reason. And I didn't even see that till after my future. It's like 60-40. Granted, he plays all the third down splits, which is good, but like they just use him way too much, man. It's not even like 2 tight end sets. It's literally he'll just be out there instead of Kincaid.
Yeah,
again, maybe that was because of injury, but I love him as a talent, so I'm high on him. But he does need to put it together. Yes.
I think though, like with Steak, what you're saying with the receivers, like yes, they're not anything flashy, but also look at like the Patriots with like fucking Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan. Like, I'm sure preseason people were like, what the fuck is this? And then the quarterback just makes them elevate. And I think Josh Allen we all know he is. He's probably the best quarterback in the league, either him or Lamar. It's an argument, whatever. But, like, Josh Allen has the ability to just make people good around them. Like, even last year, like, they didn't have any flashy receivers, and their offense was still elite. So, I don't know. I just think Josh Allen elevates all the receivers.
As a Patriots fan, I'm honestly disappointed that you compared Josh Allen to Tom Brady.
I'm not saying, bro, is now Tom Brady got it. I'm just saying, I'm just making, all right, bro.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. I was going to say,
wouldn't be in the NFL.
If there's one all right, if you could choose one quarterback that you would believe in to be successful with a mediocre wide receiver core, who would you pick?
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Other than him, you're picking Josh Allen.
Joe Burrow. That's a bad take, probably, because I know he has the best receivers in the league. But I think I'd pick Joe Burrow over Josh Allen. I think it's kind of the opposite of what you're saying. I feel like Josh Allen doesn't really elevate wide receivers.
I don't know. I personally thought Gabe Davis was dog shit, and he got him an extra contract.
Yeah, what Jeff is saying essentially is if you have a top 5, top 10 quarterback, you don't necessarily have to get away with having flashy guys on paper to be successful.
Fair. That's fair. I will say this. If Chris Hogan didn't play with Tom Brady, he would be on Ramble right now with us.
Okay, yeah.
That's disrespectful.
The comparison I made was definitely like over the top. But what I'm saying is when you have a quarterback like Josh Allen, like having an elite receiver court isn't the forefront of your needs.
Yeah, that's fair. But one last thing I want to say about Josh Allen. We need to keep the same energy for Josh Allen that we keep for Lamar. That motherfucker hasn't done dick in the playoffs.
They give him the Mahomes excuse. That's why. Oh, he used to go through Mahomes. Like Manning and Brady went head to head all the time. Come on.
Yeah, but Brady owned him.
You can't just be like, oh, he plays Mahomes. Like, okay, is Josh great or not? Beat Mahomes.
Last thing I'll say about the Bills, I don't know how we really invest in them. I mean, if I'm seeing this right, 11.5 minus 180.
There's 12.5, like plus 120 some places too.
That seems not a lot of room for error there.
So favorites, right?
No, Ravens are. But we'll move on because this is actually an interesting team. I'm excited for what Chat has to say about this team.
Yeah,
there are some things to like for sure. It's the Carolina Panthers, a team that. Oh, what did you think? Oh, it was the Bears.
Yeah.
No, it's the Panthers. The Carolina Panthers. CA comes before CH. Ronald, go back to school. You know that. Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young managed to lose his job and then regain it last year. Had some decent performances for people to, at least enough to have people buy in this year. I can't invest in this team as a whole, bro. I mean, it's still the Carolina Panthers for me, and Bryce Young is a guy who's undersized, and to me, the ceiling for him is like a Brock Purdy. If I'm comparing like size and arm talent, that's kind of what he reminds me of. But I will say, man, Leggett is not a receiver X. Like he's a good player though. He was put in a shit position. Lining Leggett up on the outside, it's just not his skill set. It is McMillan's skill set, which is why I think that duo is actually going to feed off each other a lot better. I think Legett's great for the slot. He's going to line up in the Y, and then you have McMillan on the edge, who's a 6'4", deep threat, contested catch guy.
Julio Jones.
That's cool. I mean, McMillan is exciting. And I thought it was super interesting. I brought it up to Royal, like when I was looking at season-long props. Like for a wide receiver, like I get a first-round wide receiver, but a first-round receiver going to the Panthers, seeing his receiving line at 825, I think. I mean, that just feels like a lot of respect because I remember Leggett in a similar spot last year joining the Panthers and not a loaded receiver room. You remember what his receiving line was? It was like 600 flat.
Yeah, but
so I mean,
to
me, I know, but I think, how much higher can you make a McMillan line? He's a guy on the Carolina Panthers. I mean, there's not a lot of guys around him, but you still have guys like Thielen. Like, I don't know. It just felt high to me. I could be wrong, but it feels high. I think he's going to be a beast.
I think Tet's going to be insane, especially Bryce Young being small and shit. Like, I think Tet's going to be his kind of safety valve just because of his sheer size. Like, when in doubt, throw that bitch up to Tet and just let him try and get. He's 6'4". But I don't know. I think they're going to be
summed up so easily.
Yeah, I really I don't think the Panthers are going to be a winning team.
They're the Arizona Cardinals of last year. That's literally it.
Yeah. I just think
a young QB.
Awesome.
You get a young superstar wide receiver on paper. Your defense is ass. You got a good O-line, and you have an exciting young head coach. They're literally the Cardinals from last year. They're going to be shootout team. Their offense is going to be fun. Like it's going to put up points. They have enough skilled players and a good coach, and their defense is still bad on paper.
Yep.
And they're the most trendy team in the offseason too.
Sonny, I don't know
Cardinals
about
2.0. Oh, also, MJ, you got to give Bryce Young a little more credit. I mean, I think he was thrown into the worst situation ever. I think staining his.
I didn't mean to
talent.
Discredit him. I think Brock Purdy's a good quarterback.
Yeah, but Brock Purdy.
What do you think the ceiling is for Bryce? You think Bryce Young could be a top 10 top 5 quarterback?
I think his potential for sure. Not that I think he's going to be soon. I think potential. That's his ceiling. Yeah, dude, his creativity and his play, like, what do they call it? I can't remember. When they pull shit out of their ass, when they just make crazy shit happen. That's all he was good at.
I think this is more of a disrespect to Purdy because I think Purdy's a pretty good quarterback when you compare him to everyone else. But
I think Purdy, we have the same arguments as we just had.
Sure, system quarterback, blah blah blah. Right. All right, Steak.
To a certain extent.
Yeah. So me and Dejan talked about NFC South and made it. We edited our clip about the Panthers and posted it on TikTok, and it popped off, and a bunch of 12-year-olds were shitting on me, absolutely shitting on me for not liking the Panthers. I think Royal said it perfectly. He kind of stole what I was going to say. They could be the Cardinals last year. The reason I agree with that is because the Panthers could have the 27th ranked defense because the Panthers as a whole, their defense is ass. And I really liked what I saw at the end of the year from Bryce Young. It was awesome. I remember watching it being like, this is really cool. But I never once thought that the hype would get so big for Bryce Young, a guy who was benched for Andy Dalton last year. That was last year. Are now going in the chat and telling you you're insane for saying his ceiling is Brock Purdy, a guy who's been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Solid numbers and is a pretty solid quarterback. Bryce Young's ceiling is not top 10 in my opinion whatsoever. I don't buy that for a fucking second. I think Bryce Young's ceiling is Brock Purdy in the NFL. Say whatever the fuck you want about him winning the Heisman and Brock Purdy coming from Iowa State.
Thank you, Steak.
Irrelevant. I don't give a fuck.
Thank you.
Bryce Young being better than Brock Purdy would be considered a huge win.
Thank you. For Bryce That's Young. What I was trying to say.
The hype's too high for the Carolina Panthers with this bad of a defense. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure Bryce Young will be fine, but it's a bunch of question marks after that because Tet McMillan should be awesome, but he's a rookie. I think X kind of sucks. Then you got old ass Adam Thielen, who is the man. Don't get me wrong, but the rumors are he's trying to sneak a little trade back to retire in Minnesota. And then you got Hunter Renfrow, who I didn't even know was still in the NFL, and Jalen Coker, who honestly looks promising. And then your tight end's Tommy Tremble.
Yeah.
who the fuck is Tommy Tremble? So yeah, I just don't like to see it very much, and I think the hype is insane.
Yep,
I agree. That's why I couldn't do the Cardinals last year, because I knew how bad that defense was, and I just couldn't do it. And they just squeaked over. Like, can argue it wasn't even like a great read.
Yep, I'm with it. I'm excited to watch the games. I will say, like, I'm not a hater of Bryce Young by any means, but I just think
we don't know his potential, because he was just thrown into the Wolves. Like, dude, you could have put anybody.
Same thing for Leggett too. I think people are too quick to call him bad. You got to think that system is not the best in terms of where he was put. He's just not right.
I don't think he's bad.
No. To be clear, I wasn't saying for this upcoming season for Bryce. I think his absolute ceiling of his career, I wouldn't be shocked if he was like one of the better quarterbacks in the league.
Sure.
I don't think it's going to happen soon, but like if that ever happens, I'm like not like, oh, that's crazy. I never saw that one coming. Like, no. Easily.
Budman, appreciate the sub, man. What's good, fellas and Rosa?
I gotta run anyway, so you don't have to look at me no more.
Oh, you're leaving now?
Jeff, the best team in the league
bro.
we're about to talk about.
Well, I have somewhere to be at 10:30, and I know the Bears aren't going to be a quick segment.
Honestly,
but I know the Bengals are next, so I'll just say Joe Burrow over 4,100 passing yards is the easiest bet of the season. If he stays healthy, he's going to smash it. Okay, that's it.
All right, bye, Chelly 3. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Later.
Appreciate you. All right, let's send Money the old link here. Tommy Tremble.
I know he was a Notre Dame guy. Good for him.
Oh, was he? All right, let me send this over to him.
You know who also was? Cole Kmet, and he stinks. So
Michael Mayer.
He was Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I thought he was Utah.
Get in here, Money. You got the link. All right, Bears talk. Should we let Royal talk first? What do we think?
Dude, absolutely.
Let me
hear you guys go first.
I'm cranking the chair back. Hold on.
I just don't even know where to start.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
Sorry,
you do.
Kyle.
Why is this year any different from last year? That's a good place to start.
Well, that's the easiest
I think it's
question.
obvious.
You actually have a proven good offensive line.
I was going
the
to
first
say
time,
coach, but
yeah. Well, I was going to say, yeah. Well, no, because the past few years, it's like we get these one-year deal guys. Like we got Coleman Shelton from the Rams, who are like they're mid in general, but they're on good teams and systems that like they look better than they are. We get them, they're terrible. Now we have Joe Thuney, who's played with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady his whole career for the most part. I mean, this guy, all he knows is winning. He's an all-pro. He's one of the best linemen of our generation. So, like, you actually have proven offensive linemen. Drew Dahlman from the Falcons, he was, I think, rated as the top center, like top 3 center. And then Jonah Jackson. Like, the line's actually proven. So, that's number one. That was obviously a huge issue last year. And then, yeah, Ben Johnson. I mean, the guy's been the hottest head coach target for 3 years now, and he finally left. And honestly, the guy handpicked Caleb. He could have went anywhere. He could have signed anywhere. He could have left, years ago. He handpicked Caleb. He handpicked Rome. He handpicked this offense. To me, that should say a lot. How people were sucking this dude off, saying he's one of the best offensive minds ever, but yet they still say Caleb sucks, even though that same offensive mind chose to coach him for 6 years.
Do we remember what their win total was last year? Because isn't it lower than it was last year?
7.5. I
think it was 8.5 last year.
No.
I think it was. I feel like it was.
No, because I remember.
Was it 7.5?
That girl sent me it. Yeah, because it got juiced immediately when they signed
7.5. So it's pretty much sitting at the same number it was last year. I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's the same thing with the Bears. Pretty much since Caleb got drafted, right? Once Caleb figures it out, once the offense figures it out,
do
I know if Ben Johnson is going to come in immediately and completely flip the script of what Chicago Bears football has been all about? I can't confidently say yes, and that worries the shit out of me. To be honest,
because you don't see everything that I see. You should see the culture. You should see the stuff that he does to implement that. You should see everything he does to change how bad it's been.
It's just
and
scary.
That's why I'm finally bought in. Like
when I'm looking at minus 225 to miss the playoffs.
It's just because of their division.
I know, I understand, but it's like, but they're in the, like, nothing's going to change with their division. You know what I mean? So like for me to buy in would have to mean they are successful in their division. And like, I can't really say that I'm confident in that this year. Like,
well, I mean,
things don't have to fall into things don't have to. Maybe they're a little bit better than last year, but that doesn't mean that, you know, the Bears go over their win total and they make the playoffs. Things can look better.
And I'm not backing any of that either. Yeah. Yeah, he's calling the plays, Tristan, 100%. Yes, that's what I wanted to get into. Yeah. No, so I'm not backing their wins or playoffs or anything. I don't think there's any value there in my problem. Yes, it was Alex, but that's finally been addressed. But I'll say the only plays I have is Caleb 4000. Whether he gets it or not, I still think it's a good bet. You had almost 3,600 yards last year with the most idiotic coaching staff I think we've ever seen. One of the worst offensive lines we've ever seen. Sonny, are you fucking...
Yeah, that's where you're picking the wrong guy to play that game.
He's trolling.
You can name 3 guys on every fucking defense.
Yeah.
I can name probably 11. I lost my train of thought. I don't even know where I was going. But
you're going with the coaching.
Oh yeah, I was saying I have Caleb 4,000 years. He almost had it last year. I know you were saying he needed like 300 something, but like that's one more game. That's one more. There were some games where he had less than 150 yards. And the one thing that should be not a question is the offense should look consistently better. There's no doubt about it. With a new line, a creative play caller, like it just has to be better, and probably better weapons. You can argue too. But so I took that. That's my kind of my Josh Allen MVP last year is Caleb 4,000. Then I took Odunze over 800.5, and I laddered him to 1,000. To me, he's the big time breakout player. My opinion, DJ Moore has like hit his ceiling, not in a bad way. I just think he's limited compared to Rome. Rome literally had a top 3 or 5 combine as a wide receiver, like metrics with like Randy Moss and Calvin Johnson, guys like this. Like, to me, he's the breakout player. His size and speed combo is going to give Ben just unreal creativity. And I see him kind of scheming him open big time, kind of like J-Mo. You get these freak athletes, you got to get them open. And that's what I see happening. So I love Burden, man. To answer your question.
What do you think, Steak? Are you confident?
So last year, anybody who knows me, especially Royal, knows that I ignored all the red flags about the Chicago Bears, and I fully just fucking blindly
believe with that
Chicago Bears hype. I just thought, you know what, dude, we're just due for a #1 pick to just come right out and be a fucking superstar. And Caleb Williams, it just seemed like he could be that guy. And I ignored that the offensive line was trash, and I ignored that the coaching staff is mentally challenged, and I just gotta be honest, dude. Like now, and I would be nervous about what I'm about to say if I was Royal. Now,
I know you're gonna say
they addressed every red flag. They hired the best offensive mind in the league. They crushed free agency for the offensive line. I mean, I don't know how you can do that much better. And then they go and get Colston Loveland and Luther Burden in the draft. So now he's got weapons fucking everywhere. And I disagree with whatever Sonny was saying. I think the defense is fucking solid too.
And who's coaching it? Dennis Allen.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think there's nothing not to like about the Bears, which is kind of scary. Like going back-to-back years with this level of hype would terrify me as a fan. And I agree with what the chat saying. 6 games against the Packers, Lions, and Vikings is brutal. Like that's brutal. 6 games. That's why
I can't get my hopes up either.
Insane, but dude, there is no excuses left for the Bears. I think it's safe to say if Caleb doesn't do something with this team, he sucks.
So I'll be honest, I think he'll be fine, especially, I mean, I kind of hinted at it last stream. Like if you see the stuff that is said about him, like I couldn't tell you any other quarterback that gets the type of hate he gets. Not even from like fans. Like I'm talking like media outlets, ESPN, Colin Cowherd. Like again, I touched on it. The guy said, is he the next Johnny Manziel? Like, that's the shit they're talking about from day one camp reports of a giant new offensive installation. Like, so to me, I think that plays into him. I think he's going to be good, to be honest. I think he'll be fine. I think it's the everything around it is what's going to – again, it's the offensive line. Like, cool, we addressed it on paper, but, you know, who knows?
Still has to happen, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not backing any wins. I'm not backing any playoffs because, again, the NFC North is a gauntlet. I mean, every team almost has a double-digit win total to my knowledge. Or if any of these teams had 10 wins, Bears aside, no one's blinking an eye. Not many divisions you can say that about. So I definitely agree there. I think put him in any other division, put him in AFC South or NFC South, totally different story.
Sonny goes way too zesty of a QB to win games. Okay. I wish you the
Fair
best, Royal. I'm not. I was going to be a Caleb investor, but I'm choosing to be on the sidelines for this. I'm not going to be fading the Bears. I'm not going to be investing in the Bears. This is a team that I think is one more year away, personally. And if they don't prove to be what I guess the expectations are set for this year, I'm going to invest in them in year 3 of Caleb. That's how I'm seeing this. So I wish you the best. I wish you the best of luck. But for me, the Bears are a team that I still think are going to go under 500 personally. So we'll see.
I hear that.
Hey, I'm wishing you the best, though. I'm not rooting for your downfall. But if I'm being realistic with myself, that's genuinely what I think. And I'm not going to lie to you.
Don't we think this is the first year that everyone's kind of saying that? That's like kind of what makes me like believe almost.
It's just, bro, their division's too hard, and Caleb Williams is not there yet. Wasn't the coach saying he wants to get to 75% completion rate in practice, and he's at like 58?
That's like you realize that's not normal, right?
To talk about a quarterback completion. Caleb Williams.
That's just him challenging Caleb mentally. That's all he's doing.
You only hear or see negative things about Caleb.
Thank you.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
And now, like,
bro, in practice, you're the number one.
You know that shit doesn't mean anything, bro. That shit does not mean anything, bro. Come on.
He is saying, Caleb, you need to be better. That's all he's saying.
We'll see, because I'm about to drive DJ Moore at the turn, and if he's asked, there's gonna be problems.
That's something that feels like just is taken out of context and is like a headline clickbait.
Exactly. Thank you. So this is what I agree. Like, yeah, they could be good, but like their schedule could still hold them back record-wise, and that's where that's why I don't want to get involved anywhere. Like, I don't want to do wins. Like, they're minus 120 now, or minus 130 or something. And playoffs, it's like plus 120. Like, that's not worth it, in my opinion. It's worth it for me and the Cardinals, in my opinion, because I think they have an easier path.
Bro, as a fan, Royal, I'm just saying, and I hope it goes well. I would just enjoy this shit on the sideline and not have a single dollar on it.
That's why I just backed Caleb and Rome, because I think they perform.
Everyone's shitting on my practice take, like, bro, like when you're looking at prospects or like wide receivers coming up, you're talking about them in practice in spring training. So I don't want to hear shit.
Dude, holy shit, that's fucking amazing, dude.
Bro, Emeka Egbuka is lifting up camp. He looks great. It's practice, guys. It doesn't count. It doesn't fucking matter. Shut up.
Chewy, you're funny, bro.
10 out of 10, Chewy.
Yeah, that's comment of the day for sure. All right, let's keep moving. We got the Bengals. Jeff, you stuck around. You came back from the dead.
Fill my water quick.
Yeah, my buddy's running late. I don't like the Bengals to win games. I don't care about that. This is me betting on Joe Burrow again. And I'm going to be taking Jamar Chase with the first pick. I'm not doing that cute Bijan shit.
I feel like it's so out of character for you to take the passing leader of last year and just...
Let me ask you something. What has changed?
Not too much, I will say.
Nothing. The answer is nothing at all, bro. They are going to be down in a lot of games. Every game is going to be a shootout. We know their offense is amazing. To me, it's just like I'm not going to overthink it. Like, in every season Joe Burrow has played, he's gone over 4,100 passing yards as long as he stayed healthy. The only 2 times he didn't, he played 10 games in those seasons. So it's like I'm betting on Joe Burrow. I'm betting on Joe Burrow staying healthy. If he plays 15 games, he's smashing this number. And you have Jamar Chase, who's either the best or second best wide receiver in the league. You have T. Higgins, who's amazing. And Chase Brown is a premier receiving back. Like, it's not like Chase Brown is just like a Derrick Henry where everything's on the ground. Like, they're going to use him a shit ton in the pass game. And they showed that last year. He's super explosive. And like I said, this team's going to be down. And when you're down, especially late in games, teams are going to be sitting back and you're going to get free yards. I don't know. I just think nothing has changed. Literally nothing. The defense is still atrocious. The offense is one of the best in the league. And Joe Burrow is amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to just back him. Yeah, Joe Burrow has played 5 seasons in the NFL. He's 3 for 5 on this line. The only 2 he hasn't hit. He played 10 games in those seasons. So I'm pretty much just betting on Joe Burrow to stay healthy for majority of the season. I think if he plays 14, 15 games,
that is exactly what you're doing. Let's be honest. You are gambling on an injury or not an injury because he is going over that line if he plays the full season. It's an absolute guarantee.
No doubter. Yeah. And I'll take that bet.
See his stats last year? Like,
did
you guys talk about that?
No. I was just
they had a better record Like
Yeah.
MVP would have been no question.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I think he's insane, and
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he has the weapons around him.
That's got to be some fuel
so-
too. I mean, having that caliber of season, not winning it, definitely feels like it might fuel
wasn't
him
even in
even
the
more this year,
combo.
right? Like,
He wasn't even in the combo, dude.
Well, I mean,
I
I
wanna-
want to get bad.
hey, DJen, coming through with 5 subs, man. Appreciate you, man.
Hell
Love
yeah.
you so
DJ.
much. You on a city bike right now? Fucking subs via city bike. That'd be beautiful.
Perfect
A lot of
timing
multitasking.
for him to hear that I don't like the Bengals again.
I want to hear. I
Dude,
want
I
to hear.
do not like him. I want to say Joe Burrow played a perfect year last year. A couple people are probably hearing me say this twice. Joe Burrow had 5,000 yards, 43 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions, and they didn't make the playoffs. And that's because the defense is fucking ass. And when you have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, you have to make your defense better. And they fucking didn't. They won't even give their best defensive player his money, and they didn't want to give their first draft pick his money either because they're stupid. The Bengals organization is stupid, and this defense is going to continue to get lit up. And I don't know how you can guarantee A, that Joe Burrow will be fully healthy, and B, that he will be almost a perfect quarterback, because that's what he was last year. Perfect quarterback. 5,000 yards, 43 touchdowns is insane. Royal said it. He wins the MVP if they make the playoffs. And I don't know how you can back a team with this bad of a defense that literally can only win 10 games if the offense is fucking
Perfect.
Insane. Yeah.
I don't think anyone here is backing them. I'm just backing Burrow because I think it's going to be a very similar season to last year. I think they're going to be trailing.
Yeah.
They already
No, backing Burrow, dude, I'm fine with that.
no, yeah, all right.
I want to say something that I found somewhat interesting. I'm backing T. Higgins on the season-long prop, and something that stood out to me was we know he's a wide receiver too, and I get the Bengals' offense is fantastic, air raid, all that. Do you think it's a little weird that in terms of I'm looking at the receiving leaders for the NFL when I'm looking at odds, that he's higher than a Garrett Wilson, a Marvin Harrison, a Mike Evans? Do you guys find that at all weird? Just
No.
because of his quarterback is kind of why that lines up?
Justin Fields is his quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of what I thought, but figured I'd
Hell
bring it
yeah.
up anyway.
Really? Sorry. That
Well,
caught me off guard.
I think we're all on the same page here in terms of the offense, kind of as long as
Yeah.
they stay healthy, being kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
So
and that's why this is official. I will be taking Jamar Chase with the first one. I'm not getting cute with Bijan doing all this bullshit, bro. Give me Jamar Chase. They're gonna be losing. Joe Burrow's always looking at him like it's simple as that. I don't care about that repeating bullshit, bro. Give me Jamar Chase.
I mean, there's like a small path for the defense to improve. I don't think so, but like they did get a new coordinator, and there's a good amount of new pieces, but it would kind of have to be like everything clicks. So yeah, I mean it should be asked, but like there is a small path. Like maybe who knows? Maybe this coordinator, can fix something. But yeah, it's not great on paper.
What is their win total this year?
who? Bengals?
9.5 right
8 or
now.
9, yeah.
Producers?
See, like 8.5. I don't know. Like the fucking Patriots are at like 8. Like
Yeah, Golden.
I don't know.
9.5, yeah.
Oh, I'm out on Al Golden, dude. Yeah, nah, I'm out on this fucking team. I forgot it was Al Golden.
I forgot it was him too.
I'm out.
9.5 is so high, bro.
And dude,
Didn't
the only
Al
year they
Golden
went to
go
that
defensive?
Super Bowl, their defense was cracked that year. And obviously, yes, their offense was amazing, but like they had Jesse Bates, they had
Did they
forget the
win
other
that Super
safety.
Bowl
No.
No.
to the Rams?
Like their
right?
defense
Who they
was
play?
mad fucking
Is it
good.
the Rams they played?
Yeah, it was the Rams. There was a questionable penalty at the end that you could argue should not have been called.
I don't want to hear that bullshit. I've heard that all my life being a Pats fan. So
Just throwing it out there.
What do we think about the draft picks for Cincinnati? And then we'll move on. Shamar Stewart, Demetrius Knight, that's a Gamecock.
Knight is a beast. He's
are
gonna be
they-
a baller.
Yeah, do we think those are instant starter guys, or what
Yeah.
does that outlook look like?
Demetrius Knight has to start because
Yeah.
There's no one else.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I couldn't tell you shit about Shamar Stewart. Maybe I don't know college ball. I'm pretty sure I saw people say before the draft he's the most
A&M.
like his talent is crazy, but he's young. He's raw, and I mean, look what we just saw the whole offseason. I mean, I don't know if that's to blame him or the organization. I don't know, but
Man, what is
pretty sure he's
Demetrius-
a freak. Yeah.
This is kind of a shout. Like you would think with the
I put
usage
it.
that Knight is going to have in that defense, that where's his? That'd be a good line to look at.
It's funny. A lot of people like the Schwesinger guy from the Browns. I know Royal does too, and I think this guy sort of kind of plays into the same thing. Like, yeah, he's gonna
100%.
have.
Yeah. But whose offense is going to be worse? That was my whole. I mean, I took both. So the three I locked in was Eamon Worry on Seattle.
Yeah.
That's honestly chalked after watching preseason. Schwesinger and Knight. Those are my three like dark shots. Because I'll be honest, it's Carter's to lose. Like,
wow, he's not. He's plus
yeah,
7,500.
Everyone's odds are crazy because how good Carter is.
Michael Williams is nasty as fuck too. That's a shot. James Pierce Jr. is sitting at 1,900. Yeah, there's a ton of fucking nasty defensive rookies this year.
This is one of the greatest. I agree, Caleb. 100%.
Holy shit.
Mike Green is a great shot.
All these guys
What
are
team
nasty.
what team is Abdul Carter on?
Giants.
Giants, yeah.
Dude, no, dude. He could not have gone to a better spot. You have Dexter Lawrence, who's going to get double teamed every play. Brian Burns.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I'm saying more so like how they
Thibodeau.
suck. I'm just saying like the Giants aren't.
You think Jeff knows literally any one of those guys, bro?
Dexter Lawrence? Isn't that the serial killer dude?
I don't think people realize how dominant Dexter Lawrence is. That's what people don't realize.
He's insane, and
He's insane.
Hopefully, we get to the Giants.
Yeah. Hopefully, we make it there.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna leave. I'll let Money come up here.
All right.
But yeah, I just wanted to. My buddy's running late anyway. He's picking me up, and I just wanted to stay for the Bengals because I got Burrow.
Why don't you splash some subs in chat for the people?
Last thing, no, I actually can't. I'm unemployed, but I will say right now, I think the Pats are either going to win 6 games or 10 games. I don't think there's any in between.
What a statement by you, man. It's crazy.
Just letting you know, man. I think they're either going to be pretty damn good or we're a year early and they're going to be good next year. But we'll see.
Digging yourself a hole here, man. I'm going to be real with you.
What are you talking about? How am I digging a hole?
I'm being your friend. You're digging a hole.
How, bro? I'm talking about my Pats. They're better than the Eagles.
But you said they're either gonna be good or not good.
Well, yes.
You got to give us something more than that, Jeff.
Well, I think they're very promising. They have a lot of young pieces, and I think they're getting a little too much hype as a fan, to be honest. I think people are already saying Drake May is an elite quarterback when I don't think he's really proven anything. I think Trevion Henderson is going to be great, but I think he needs time to adjust to that NFL speed. Like he's looked great in preseason, yes, but you're also not playing actual teams on an actual game day. I think they have a lot of young players with a lot of talent, but I do think, for me, the biggest thing is the Drake May hype. He's getting way too much hype. As a fan, I think people are treating him like the next coming of Tom Brady. And I'm like, I just haven't seen it yet.
Piece of it.
So I think this year, like, I really think if Drake May's great, we're going to get 10 wins. I think if he's still a year away, 6 wins, horrible season. But I will say we're promising right now. Don't think we're going to be winning the Super Bowl anytime soon, but
I mean, you can't, like, the coaching staff, you can't be more happy with them.
Yeah, Vrabel, and I love the defense. So it's just like, that's why I say we're either going to be 6 wins or 10 wins. Yeah.
Just good. You rebounded nicely.
Yeah, I will say.
Well, Token, I don't literally mean, I just mean like,
the
NFL is very different from college. You have to be a freak to just come into the NFL and dominate. I think that's shown every year. Look at Marvin Harrison last year. So not saying he was bad, but compared to his expectations. Wow. I'm just going to stop talking because I know I'm not making any sense. All right, I'll see you guys.
All right, much love, bro. Have a great weekend.
With that.